So we should hear me now. And let's see. Okay, Gatlin, let's hear you. Let me hear you again. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So glad I found your channel. It has really helped me to get the grips with Snowstorm and add-ons in general. All right. Love that. I know last week we had somebody asking about skin packs, how to package up a skin pack properly. I thought maybe we could do that. Check out this transition. So Magic, can you hear us fine now? Let's get a confirmation that everyone's hearing us, or anyone that's in chat that wants to. I guess Gatlin, you could check on your side if the stream's coming through. Okay. How dare you? If I minimize you now, do you go away? That's the question. Because that kind of stinks then. Yeah. There we go. Mowdy, what's up? Gumby and Mowdy. Orison. Yeah, all right. Could hear. All right. Good deal. Good deal. So we got our new setup going on here. hopefully we won't have too many issues getting things going. So I think so. The question is, can you guys hear Gatlin? Gatlin, you have to talk though. He doesn't want to talk. He silenced me. Can't silence me. All right. I'm going to watch this. So Mowdy or Gumby, can you guys hear Gatlin speaking? If not, you should be in there. Should be in there. Oh, look what I stumbled across. And this actually, it looks, I think I might start pulling this off. All right. Audio capture, headset. Monitor and output. What's he saying? I think Gumby is giving us some code for that he can't hear you. Okay. He's talking. He alleges to be speaking. Let's see. Audio capture. Use the timestamp. Yes. Audio capture. I got 2 audio capture devices in there now. Yeah. Oh, is he happy? Is that he's speaking in code? Gumby's he's a 6. He's yeah. There's no audio from him. Okay. No audio from Gatlin. Mr. Stevie Boy. The last to follow. Okay, let's see here. Audio capture. Do, do, do. We about to do this. Properties. Try that one. Bueller. So I'm gonna go remove. Hey, you know, this stream's all about learning, so oh, what's that? Oh ho ho ho. Or send magic with the follow. Hello. Thank you. Awesome. Love to see that. Replacing should be replacing the previous one. Okay, I'm busy here. Audio output capture, audio input capture, audio output capture. Gumby with the check mark. Add new. Let's see, add source. I'm going to, it's in my speakers. All right. So let me hear you talk, Gatlin.
How about now? Anything? Check.
Check. I'm seeing the meters. The meters are. Oi. Okay, Gumby. Tell us if you hear Gatlin. Gatlin's going to tell you a story. It's going to be book time with Gatlin. And
oh my gosh!
begin.
Tell the Nate the Snake story.
Nate?
Anybody heard Nate the Snake?
No.
Oh my gosh! So Nate the Snake. So there's this cat. He's hacking his way through the Amazon rainforest. He's just hacking away and hacking. He's got this big machete, just going and going and going, and finally just hits something else. He's like, what the heck? Like that's weird. So he hacks around this big area, and there's this lever just sticking in the ground. And he's like, well, that's really weird. So he goes to reach it, and he hears this voice. Don't pull that. Looking around, he's like, what in the world? Like this really dense forest. And he's like, man, I'm just hearing things. I've been out here way too long, right? So he goes to reach for it, and he says, hey, I said don't pull that. He's like, what is going on? He's like, that's really strange. He's like, okay, one more time. So he goes to reach for it. He hears that voice. He's like, look, I said don't pull that. He's like, all right, who's there? There's got to be somebody. I don't see anybody. He's like, look down. So he looks down, and there's a snake there. And the guy's like, no way. I don't believe this. And the snake's like, yeah, it's really me. Like, don't pull that lever. And the guy's like, well, why not? He's like, well, if you pull that lever, the entire world will end. And the guy's like, seriously? He's like, yeah, like, don't pull it. It's like, all right, I mean, okay, whatever, man, I got things to do, so he starts to walk off. He gets about 40 or 50 feet away, and he's like, wait a minute. So he goes running back to it, and he's looking for the snake, and he can't find the snake. So he goes to reach for the lever, and the snake's like, are you seriously back? He's like, yeah, here, wait, come here real quick. So snake slithers out from underneath the bushes. He's like, you're a talking snake. He's like, yeah, obviously. He's like, well, do you want to go make some money? He's like, what do you mean money? Like, I'm here to guard this lever. I can't like go leave. He's like, no, like think about it, man. You could travel the world and you could see something beyond to like this little, Amazon forest. And the snake's like, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can get one of my buddies to, watch it, right? So the snake slithers off and comes back with one of his friends. He's like, all right, cool. So my buddy here is going to watch it. Like, let's go see this world of yours, right? And the guy's like, all right, cool. So he picks the snake up and ends up hiking back out of the forest and jumps in his Jeep and, drives out to the airplane, gets on the airplane, and they fly back to the United States. And they start small. They're like, all right, well, let's go do some state fairs, right? So they'll come see Nate the talking snake, right? So, they make a couple $100, and Nate's like, this is kind of cool. He's like, but is this it? Like, I kind of get back. He's like, no, we're going to go big, right? So time goes on, and, they end up doing bigger shows and bigger conventions, and they end up, making it big in Vegas. And Nate gets bigger and huger, and like he's just this huge giant snake now. Like it's been about a year. And Nate's like, I probably ought to go back and relieve my buddy. And the guy's like, well, I mean, okay. I mean, that's pretty cool. He's like, well, what do you want to do with all this stuff? He's like, well, I mean, you can hold on to some of it, but let's pack up the important things that I'm going to need, like at least something to remember this by, it's like some of the convention flags and, a little box of goodies and a little stuffed, plush Nate the talking snake things. So he's like, all right, so they load up a little chest and they throw it in the plane and they take the plane back to the Amazon. And while they've been gone, there's been a lot of development actually happening out there. And there's like all kinds of buildings and like convenience stores and just kind of off in the back, there's the lever's still there. And he's like, oh, cool. At least the lever didn't get pulled, right? Well, obviously the world had an end, right? So they're in the Jeep and they're heading back to this, behind the convenience store, driving down the road. And so they get there and, they say their goodbyes. Like, oh, bye, Nate. And the guy's like, yeah, have a good time. And Nate's like, yeah, have a good one. It was awesome. So they part ways. And the guy's like driving around, and he looks in the back seat and he realizes that the trunk is still there, all the Nate's stuff. He's like, oh crap, man, I got to go back and go give all that stuff to Nate. Right. So he turns the Jeep around and takes off down the road and he sees Nate and he's slowly going across the road and he catches him just at the last second and he starts swerving one way. He's like, oh no, there's the lever. And he starts swerving the other way. He's like, oh, then there's Nate. He's like, oh, he's swerving the other way. Oh, there's a lever. And he just runs over Nate. He's like, oh no, what have I done? So he jumps out of the Jeep and runs over and he's holding Nate. And he's like, oh, Nate, are you okay? Are you all right? And Nate looks up and he says, oh, better Nate than lever.
Man, that was epic. That was epic. It was an epic tale. Better Nate than lever. Okay. Good round of applause. Everybody, throw your tips in the chat. We'll send them over to Gatlin's stand-up tour fund. Watch this. I'm going to replay this alert.
No, not the entire world. Okay. Nate the talking snake. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Oh, good.
Yay!
Oh, good.
They can hear you. Yeah. It wasn't just me. Okay, I've been replaying the alert because that's how I roll. All right. Let's do that.
Okay, now that we've got that silliness out of the way.
All right. Thanks for the comic relief. All right, I was just scrolling through some of our Persona items that you can get in the Minecraft store. The Skyblock hat, the Lucky Block, the golden Lucky Block head.
Yeah.
The bow. The rainbow Lucky Block head. Wow. There's quite a few items in here. Quite a few. Dang. There's the Skyblock hat. That's kind of fun.
Oh, don't forget, you can click on that by Cleverlike.
Oh, yeah. Oops. It shows what's coming soon.
Yeah, there's some pretty amazing stuff in there.
Yeah. Aw, look at me. I'm so cute. All right. Yeah, so that's our Persona stuff. Check it out in the Minecraft Marketplace character dressing room in your profile button. So what are we going to do today? We had some people talking about I guess Gumby, over to you if you're still around. If there's anything you're working on that you want to see, we could definitely cover some things. Work on some add-ons. If anybody else in chat has questions you want to see, let me know. But I think for now, let's go ahead and show a little bit about how to make a skin pack, since that was one of the good questions we had. Get my folders kind of ready to go here. Minecraft projects. So since we've been showing you guys about the FarmCraft project, I'll show you kind of the skin pack that we put together for that. Is that already? Wow, that's great. Assets, skins. Okay. So I am going to kind of bring this over now. So we've got our. Usually, what I do is create a payload folder, and in there, let's see, we have content, skin pack, and then we have our skin pack. So the anatomy of the skin pack is going to be the. I'll move this over a little. There we go. The anatomy of the skin pack is going to be the skins themselves. The file name is important. I like to keep all, take out any spaces. If you can keep them consistent, maybe keep them all lowercase, things like that. I think also do not start them with numbers. Start them with a word. And from there, you'll have the, so let me make let's make a copy of this. All right, so I'm going to copy that and bring this over here. I do the awful. So I am going folder, and we have new skin pack. I know you only see my desktop coming over. Boom. So we have desktop, new skin pack, and I'm going to paste that in here. And so you see this folder structure is kind of important. So we have the content folder, and then the skin pack folder, skin_pack. And then we have a couple of text files that kind of align all of the inventory. Carsman, what's up? So let's see. We'll take first a look at the manifest. And you could see in here we have our new skin pack. All right, so Cleverlike skin pack. And then I'm going to update the UUID. I have a built-in plugin to generate a UUID, so I just highlight the area and then run that plugin, and it generates a new UUID. You could also go to uuidgenerator.net to generate UUIDs and then paste them in here. So basically, I've got my let's see. Acceptable values, resource client. All right. Well, this will work. I wonder if the format version needs to change. But we've got our new UUIDs, our name for the pack. Good to go. I'm going to save that. Go back here. And then we have the skins.json file. So if we look at this file, missing property type, I have the code hinting tool that's kind of choking on this, I think. I'm going to shrink up for all the skins. There's a lot of skins in here, around 20 or so. I'm just collapsing those sections for all of the skins. So you can see here, I've got the serialized name is FarmCraft, and then the localization name is FarmCraft. So that makes it nice and easy. So the serialized name, I think, is the name we're going to be using when we reference it inside the pack, and then the localization name will be what we use in our translation file. So if you wanted to change the name in different languages, you could do that in the language files. So we have the serialized name is FarmCraft, and here I've got this this, you could see these are objects inside the curly braces. So we've got, I'll bring this curly brace down here like this. So you've got localization name, which is the name for the localization name for this skin is called FF cold. And then we have FM cold. So this is kind of like my short name for farmer female cold biome, for farmer male cold biome. And then you have two options for the geometry, the Steve and the Alex models, right? So the Steve model is just the geometry humanoid custom, and the Alex model is geometry custom slim with a capital S. And then it'll apply that skin to the Alex model. Of course, it has to be a skin that you designed for the Alex model for that to work. Right, so I'm going to leave it as the Steve. And you would go through, now we have the texture, which is going to be in the same folder, and you want to do the specific file name for the texture. So you don't want to include any folder names or anything like that, just the file name. Right, so we come up with our own little short name for it, pick the model that it's going to be used, and which texture is going to be applied. And so you would go through and do that on all of those. Okay, and then we go back to the desktop, and then we have a texts folder, and in there you would have your languages, which is like what are all of the languages you want to support and translate to. So we have just the English US, but you can add whichever ones you want. And when you do that, you have to add the corresponding file, the lang file for it. And the way that file is organized is it's got skin pack and then that serialized name for the skin pack and then the name, right? And then we've got skin and then the serialized name for the pack and then the serialized name for the skin. And then what we want that to be called, what we want that to be called to the to the program, like that's the display name, right? So these are all the display names here. Okay, so let's say scientist host KC, what's up? So let's say lab host and save that. Okay, so now I've got the published names for all of the skins. Make sure you're using the correct serialized name for this. So, oh dang. Let's try that. Yeah. So FarmCraft is the serialized name for the pack. Remember, we came over here to the skins.json, and we have the serialized name for the pack, and then the localization name. So if we go over here, localization name, we've got, actually, yeah, we've got the localization name for the pack. Boom, localization name there. If you make these the same, it will make things less confusing. And so now I am going to, let's pack this up. And the way you want to pack this up is you don't want to pack up the folder itself. You don't want to like compress new skin pack. What you want to do is go into the folder and compress from inside the folder. Send to compress folder and say FarmCraft skin pack .mc pack. Cool. Invalid zip archive. Yeah, so Carsman, you got the invalid You got an invalid zip archive. You may have zipped up the actual pack folder instead of the contents of the folder. So so definitely check that. If you get a failed to import because of the archive being incorrect, it's likely that you started at the wrong point when you did the zip. So like let me go into, let's see, do I have another window open? I'm gonna just pop open the like one of our packs real quick. Yeah. Projects. And assets. Lots of folders, lots of folders. So I'm going to open with the zip archive, open archive. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So in this case, I've selected just the contents. Yeah, okay. So the folder structure I was using was that of skin packs that we published to the marketplace. So they have that zip file has a hierarchy, which is separating the content from like the key art and stuff like that. So this is good. I'm glad I caught that. So this is gonna be incorrect. I'm going to go into the content and then into the skin pack itself, and then I zip up all of this contents. Right? And then I could right click and then say send to compressed zip folder. And then that is FarmCraft, farmcraft.mc pack. Okay. And now if I say open with Minecraft, import started, successfully imported Cleverlike skin pack. So now, how to even navigate this thing these days? Owned. There we go. There's our NASEF FarmCraft. So this is our FarmCraft skin pack. Installed, ready to go. How about this one though? This cool little, I look like a serious artiste with a Cleverlike shirt with that skin. But I take this burly temperate farmer, this chilly cold biome farmer, this tropical, actually the island farmer. So you could pick whichever one you want, and then we're good to go. Yeah, of course I didn't save it. Why not? Oh, because they're locked? Say what? It's locked. Let's figure that out. All right, going. Yeah, Carsman, did your be good to hear from you if your zip file was formatted incorrectly. Let us know on that. I just checking some things out real quick here. Content skin pack. Yeah, that works. Cleverlike skin pack format version. It's doing it right now. Yay! Awesome. Compressing. He's got a full-on, or I guess guess I say he, but you've got a whole resource pack going on there. That's pretty awesome. All right. Let me see here. I've got some other packs. I'm going to pull up our Mindfair pack and see what that one looks like. Skin pack. 2019 skin pack. Let's try to install that one real quick. Mindfair skins. Ha! Nice. Send to compress zip. All right. Mindfair.mc pack. I'm just doing that on my side screen here. Save. Boom. And then open with Minecraft. Let's see what happens with this one. What happens? Oh, that's funny. Race to respawn. Selected all the files, press 7, then press archive, then added MC pack to the end of it. Yep. That should be at least the proper way to get the package set. I think I made a boo-boo. I think I made boo-boo. I'm going to restart Minecraft. See what happens. Need some background music for this, you know? All right, let's try this again. Edit my character. Still didn't work. Boo-hoo. You're getting a problem with the... You're still getting that same error message. Failed import. You're also... It's saying failed import vanilla resource pack invalids it. Like, did you... If you didn't change the UUID and the name of the pack, like it should be saying failed import the name of your pack. And make sure you have new UUIDs, because if you're trying to import UUIDs that already exist, then that's not going to work. Know what I mean? Bjorn to run. Love that one. Still didn't work for some reason. We'll have to troubleshoot that and see what's going on. And let me see if I import one of these. Choose new skin. Minecraft. Projects. Assets. Skins. All right. And then if I exit there, that worked. That import worked. That's interesting. You did change the UUID in the manifest. Right. And then the name is still the same though, huh? Like it's still vanilla resource pack. I might want to look at changing that. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Mm-hmm. Just to check in some of the resources. I wonder if type needs to be free. Let's see. Let's try that. In the skin pack, in here, in skins.json, if we say comma type colon free, let's see if that works. So I'm going to copy that and paste and paste. So Gatlin, what's your favorite skin? You got a favorite? You got a favorite pack?
The cyborgs.
Cyborg
Those things.
Teens.
Oh my gosh, those things are so cool.
Yeah, I love the one with the hollow, the empty head.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the high tech texture inside the head from behind, but it looks like a normal person from the front.
I'm kind of partial to the chicken leg one.
Chicken leg. Yeah,
It's an animal theme today.
that is kind of a fun one. All right. There we go. And we'll save that. And we'll go back here. Pick that. Let's zip this all back up again. Send to compress zipped. And FarmCraft.mc pack. Okay, and before we go any further on that, let's go back in here and see if we can uninstall cached data. No sir. Let's just try to install it, see if it unlocks it. Boom. Open with Minecraft. I'm wondering if it's going to bark because it's already installed. So if it fails, we'll change the UUIDs. Yeah, failed duplicate. So storage, world template, worlds, behavior packs. That's interesting. I wonder why it where skins actually shows up. All right. So what I'm going to do as a quick fix, not the cleanest way of doing it, but we're going to change the UUIDs, which is going to make it a different product. Boom, 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 boom. Save. And it is interesting here, missing description. Let's see if it should still work without the description. I'm going to delete that. Everything's saved, and I'm going to send to compressed file again. So I've got FarmCraft.mc pack. There we go. And now let's open with Minecraft. Successful. Now let's see if we have locks or unlocks There you go. This is the second one that we just installed. Everything's unlocked. So we should be able to pick a scientist as our skin. Yay. Cool. So the type of free needs to be added. That was the mistake we made. That is basically what we do in the marketplace, but it's not something I always have done in the past for packs that I've made just for myself. So because putting paid in there when it's a pack that's just for yourself is not really going to serve any purpose other than obviously to make it locked and inaccessible. So that guy's pretty happy about that. So there's a terrible overview on how to make a skin pack. Gatlin's agreeing. Jerk. No.
I would never tell you that you're wrong.
That would be insulting.
That would
That would that would insult my intelligence.
jerk move.
Oh man, too much. Let's see. Where did we create our was it in the Franken world?
Man, I'll be honest. I've got so many worlds, so many
Yeah.
projects.
Okay.
I need a secretary just to keep track of all of it.
Yeah, tell me about it. Monday.com. Maurizio. Oh yeah, look at that. That was from days gone by when we made the custom. Come on out. Oh, sorry, dude. Totally. Well, if you can't come out, I'll hop in with you. We'll have a party. Yeehaw! All right. Summon. Okay. So it's not that world. We have our cool. Is it? I don't think it's sample project. I just built something obnoxious with sample project. It's the gravity-defying builds of Minecraft. Let's see if I can. Yeah. I recombobulated all of my all of my worlds here. And that's there. So maybe it is. Maybe it's the template world. Let me just have a. Oof, that's real. That's real sluggish. Active packs. Goose. Okay, let's play that one. I did the skybox in this one. I don't know if we showed that before. Have you guys seen?
I don't know that we've. Yeah, I don't think we've shown that one.
Okay, cool. So let me show you about this the skybox, which is really a fun and cool thing to add in there. So we've got this cool galaxy, but you could see how like the images aren't quite lined up right. So we have this seam here, so it looks like these two got mixed up, and it looks like boom, boom, boom. It looks like they kind of are flipped. Gravity doesn't apply to us Minecrafters. That's funny because that's basically the point I was trying to make it with that build. So that's perfect that you said that. So it kind of backs that idea up. All right, I'm going to go into my. We'll do a new code window. New window. Actually, I could have done it this way. Would have been a little easier. Boom. Worlds. And open with code. Okay. So remember, this is the one. Yeah, we added the goose to this one template. Entities. Let's see here. Textures. No. Probably gonna have to open my development resources here. Let's do this. Open with code. The whole shebang. Template, textures, environment. Okay. So just to show you guys, the skybox is pretty straightforward in that you just go to textures and then you have environment and then overworld underscore cube map, and then we've got our different cube maps here. And I think it was 1 and 3. So I'm going to change the name. I'm going to swap them. So this is actually an old computer science game or concept is like you have two things that need to switch, so you kind of need like a third place to put them. So like the Towers of Hanoi and Missionaries and Cannibals are examples of how to implement that logic in a way where you can use a third resource for storing things that you need to swap. So if you've ever done Towers of Hanoi or Missionaries and Cannibals as a way to solve puzzles, that you'll know how that works. And what am I doing? I am swapping the names, rename. So cube map 3, I'll call it cube map 31, and then I'll rename cube map 1 to cube map 3, and then I will rename 31 to 1. Okay, and let's see if that fixed our little problem here. So exit and go back. And now if we look up, it's basically seamless. How cool is that? Oh, I've fallen into a pit because I made these snowballs last time. Excavating snowballs. Remember, this is the one where we made the Ravager, isn't it? Summon Ravager. Yeah. Woo! He really packs a punch. The knockback. Wow. Love that. Sorry, am I distracted?
So much distraction.
Sorry, am I distracted? Okay, so let me see if I can find the link for everyone on the Skybox dealio. Okay, let me do. Yeah, we're still seeing Gatlin, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Keep our stuff together here, people.
Just want to make sure that you didn't disappear. I don't want people getting sad.
So much sad.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to copy this into, oof. No, I'm going to copy this. Copy link. This is so cool. So this is the tool that you can use to create skyboxes. So you can just totally modify it however you want. So change the seed. 1, 2, 3. Enter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just randomly picking stuff. How cool is that? So randomize seed. I guess you could just click that button. Ooh, that's pretty. So any of these you could turn into your Minecraft sky. There's randomly generated backgrounds. You could see the cube map here placed in the top. And those are your images. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and cube map 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's, and then you could see the download skybox link will download those separate PNG images that you could use as your cube map. Okay. Anna, what's up? Recently got to check out Jiggerbob's city building map. Really cool to see how advanced it was. Did you see in Jiggerbob's city map how there was a clever cap store that has our logo? Yeah, Neo MC's Hangman. Can you give us a link for that website? Yeah, sorry, dude. I did posting that link momentarily. Where you're in YouTube. Okay. Posting. Here's the link. I'll post it in Twitch as well for anybody that's on Twitch. There's the Skybox program. And really, like, all you need is the that folder here. You just need overworld_cube map in the environment folder, and then cube map 0 through 5. That's it. The other thing I did was I put a transparent image in the clouds PNG, which is just inside of environment, but not inside of the overworld map. So you can see environment has the overworld cube map folder, and then clouds.png has I saw Mandy Kratz. Yeah. So Clever Caps is one of the. There's 2 different logos. You can. There's little hat thinking cap store in Simburbia. Simburbia's Jigarbov's map. Yeah. Yep. We are indeed talking about Simburbia. Yeah, super cool the way things get built and the way the plots expand and stuff like that. Like the logic in there is pretty killer. That's awesome. Yeah. So cube maps are cool. That's a fun thing. So we got two cool things this episode. Does anybody have anything else you want to talk about before we're done? I think we're gonna package this up soon. I'm gonna go through some more random things while we're looking at that. What do we have? So you can turn off the sun, turn off the nebula. What's that do? Just a starry sky. We like that nebula though. You gotta love that nebula.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the animation speed for preview. Oh man, that's so cool. You could probably take this into like a graphics program too, and then further paint it or at least run it through like a hue and saturation type filter to change things around. Is there any way I could stop it from saying invalid zip archive? So you really got to figure out kind of the anatomy of your pack there. You know, like if it's saying invalid archive, it's not. You know, your file naming is probably more of an issue. You know, or your structure where you zip things from, and and the names of your folders and stuff like that. So, I mean, without knowing all the things you have, like one of the things you could do is um, reduce the amount of stuff you have in it. You know, with a sample, like just try to create a resource pack with one texture in it, like the simplest texture too, like the one that's closest to the top of the root folder, so you don't have any other problems. And then get that to work. You know, if you can get that to work, then you know like it's not your zipping process and your where you're zipping from and your structure like that. So if you can get that working, then you're good. If it doesn't work, then you have less to troubleshoot because you're only dealing with a small problem. Once you get that working, then you can start introducing your new folders. Especially like if you didn't fix anything, if that works and you didn't fix anything, then you want to start, introducing the new stuff until something breaks. And then figure out what caused it to break when it does. And then if all of a sudden everything works, then just consider it a miracle. It's a miracle. All right. Cool. I'm gonna replay Orson Magic's follow. Fun. Love that. Alert box. I wasn't hearing the sound though. We weren't hearing the sound. That's sad. I don't know if you guys were hearing the sound, but I'm not hearing it on my side. Maybe you are though. Audio output capture. Yeah, my store in Simburbia, it's a little difficult because like how the stores evolve over time. So like a shopping center will start up as one and then it'll grow to another, and as it's growing and changing, the store logos are swapping around and stuff like that. So I think this is like in like one of the early phases, like the second or third phase, unless they're just random, but they seem to kind of like get to a point and then stay that way. So you'll have to look for the clever caps, and then you could tweet me or something like that when you find it. Say, I know what that is. Yeah. Cool. So we have let's see, like, what do we have going on, dude? Like, we have a project going on that's I'm super excited about, but it's not something we can share just yet.
Why are you going to bring it up if you can't talk about it?
I
That's rude.
know. I'm just really excited about it. It's just to show you that we're doing something. But I got to get back to that, the coding live stream that we had covering some more stuff. So it looks like Carsman is still having trouble with a resource pack. I haven't really done like a major resource pack. So Carsman is like, did you truly resource pack and change everything, skin, like entities and block textures and item textures and all that good stuff? That would be super interesting to know. I guess, or the question is, if it's just a resource pack, like, or are you just trying to get like a vanilla resource pack that you just kind of zip up as a way of kind of getting your own custom resources in there? That would be good to know. So if you just kind of do like spot resources changing, like we changed the creeper model in the resource pack, that would be, if you haven't, that might be a good video to refresh if you're having trouble like just spot changing small things in a vanilla pack, would be to do that. And that was pretty early on. and the sun and a beacon. Yeah, so you just change a couple of textures. So make sure you delete, if you took the vanilla, make sure you delete all the stuff that you're not changing. That's just good form. You know, when we started in the very beginning, we didn't do that, and I said every 5 seconds that that was a bad idea, and it was the quick and easy way, lazy way. But it was just fun to kind of get, get a result fairly quickly. That was the cool thing about it. So yeah, I'm looking at our streaming setup. I'm wondering what people are thinking, if this resolution is better than our previous resolutions, or if now that I'm streaming Gatlin's video in and then streaming my video out, if that's just, killed my internet enough to make it just as bad as it was. So take some feedback there. So all right, cool. Well, I think it's good to wrap up here. So we did skin pack, and we did a custom skybox. And you can do anything with that skybox. You can draw whatever, put your logo on it, and experiment with it. So have fun with that. And it doesn't move like this animated version does on my screen. And I'm going to switch to... Yeah, just like that. All right, cool. So let's wrap it up. Gatlin, you're just chilling, man. You're like, I'm going to watch this guy. I'm watch him figure it out. The cutout design. The cutouts design looks a bit cheesy. Which cutouts? What's he saying? What are you saying? What's the cheesiness? Oh, okay. He's talking about the stream. The little childish electronic stream. Looks cheesy. I gotcha. I'm with you. And bought a template. Bought a template. But you're right. It's a little over the top. Feedback's good. The camera box, yeah. With all the wires and the electric and stuff like that. It's definitely over the top. That's fun. Yeah, I've been known to do that. I've been known to push a little too far, as my wife's thing. And it's like, it's always like, there's the line, and then you saw the line and you still stepped over it. It's just me. It's like my constant experimentation in life. Gatlin's just smiling. He's no words. He's got no words. No words. All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining. We'll wrap this one up, and we'll catch you next week. Post some comments if you want to see some, if you want to explore some other new things here with Bedrock coding, and maybe we'll have some sneak peeks to send to you by that time. So we'll see. All right. Thanks for